Last week, we made a super fun runner game in Scratch. But this week, we're taking it to the next level. Instead of running alone, we're going to turn it into a two-player runner game in Scratch. Now, two players can run together and see who can survive the longest. By the end of this video, you'll build your very own two-player runner game. It is super easy to build. And let's get started. Let's start by uploading all the sprites we need for this game. If you like to follow along using the exact same sprites, feel free to check out my new membership page. First, you need a background that is split into two lanes, so both players can run side by side. Secondly, upload the two Scratch cats. The upper cat will be player 1, and the lower cat will be player 2. Next, we need two obstacle sprites that the cats must avoid while running. We also need a heart sprite to show how many lives each player has left. And finally, upload an end screen sprite that will appear when the game is over. Let's start by setting up the background. When the green flag is clicked, make the background show, go to the center of the screen, and send it to the back layer. Now let's make the cat runs. When the green flag is clicked, move the cat to the starting position. Use the forever loop and keep switching the next costume to create the running animation. This makes the cat look like it's continuously running. Now let's add controls to the cat. When the green flag is clicked, use a forever loop. If the A key is pressed, change X by -10. If the D key is pressed, change X by 10. This allows the cat to move forward and backward while running. To make the cats jump, let's create the velocity variables. We'll create one velocity variable for player 1 and another for player 2. When the green flag is clicked, use a forever loop. If the W key is pressed, set the velocity to 13. Then use a repeat block, change Y by the velocity value, and reduce the velocity by -1 each time. This creates a smooth gravity effect, so the cat jumps up and falls back down naturally. We can reuse the same code for player 2 by simply dragging the code to player 2. But we just need to make a few changes. First, update the starting position for player 2. Then, change the controls to use the left, right, and up arrow keys instead. Also, make sure to replace all velocity 1 variables with velocity 2, so both players work independently. Now, player 2 can move and jump naturally, just like player 1. Now, let's create the obstacles and make them move toward the cats. When the green flag is clicked, make the obstacle hide first. Then, use a forever loop, wait for a random amount of time, and create a clone of itself. When I start as a clone, make it appear from the right side of the screen and show it. We can also create a speed variable for each clone so they move at different speeds. Set the speed to a random negative value and also choose a random costume. Then use a forever loop to make the obstacle move by changing X by speed. If the obstacle reaches the left side of the screen, delete the clone. Now let's handle what happens when the obstacle touches the cat. We will create a heart variable to represent how many lives each cat has. Then we add the condition. If the obstacle is touching the cat, we play a hit sound, reduce the heart value by 1, and then delete the clone. This way, every time the player gets hit, they lose 1 life until the game ends. Now let's copy the same code to obstacle 2. Then we just need to make a few updates. First, change the starting position. Next, replace all speed 1 variables with speed 2, so it moves at a different speed. Also update all player 1 references to player 2, so it affects the correct player. We can also use a different sound effect for player 2. Change heart 1 to heart 2, so each player has their own life system. Now let's visualize the number of lives using the heart sprite. When the green flag is clicked, use a forever loop. Set the costume of the heart sprite to match the current heart variable. This way, the hearts on the screen will automatically update. Then, we can copy the same code for player 2's heart display and just replace the variable with heart 2. Now, both players can clearly see how many lives they have left. Last, let's create the game over screen. The end screen will show which player wins the game. When the green flag is clicked, first set both heart 1 and heart 2 to 3, So each player starts with 3 lives. Then set the position of the end screen and make sure it is hidden at the start. Next, use a forever loop. If heart 1 is less than 1, that means player 2 wins. So switch to end screen 2, make it show, and stop the game. If heart 2 is less than 1, then player 1 wins. So switch to end screen 1, make it show, and stop the game. And that's it. You've just created your own 2-player runner game in Scratch. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next game.